तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्ति समारूढा तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेक जन्म संप्राप्ता कर्म बंध विदाहिने आत्मज्ञान प्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शोषणं भावसिन्धुश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्पदः गुरुपादोरगं सम्यक् तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। न गुरुरादिकं तत्त्वं न गुरुरादिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञान परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मानता श्री जगन्नाथ मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु महात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरु परमदेवतं गुरु परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्यालयं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव।
जय जय गुरुदेव श्री विश्वानंद गुरुदेव।
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 भक्तों का प्यारा गुरुदेव हृदय विहारा गुरुदेव।
भक्तों का प्यारा गुरुदेव हृदय विहारा गुरुदेव।
भक्तों का प्यारा गुरुदेव हृदय विहारा गुरुदेव। शरण कमला गुरुदेव दर्शन दो गुरुदेव।
शरण कमला गुरुदेव दर्शन दो गुरुदेव।
शरण कमला गुरुदेव दर्शन दो गुरुदेव।
दर्शन दो गुरुदेव।
श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी अंतर्यामी करुणा सागर कृपा करो।
विश्वानंद स्वामी
करो
Sri Vishwananda Swami Antarayami
करुणा सागर कृपा करो श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी अंतर्यामी कोटि प्रणाम सदा कोटि प्रणाम
Vishwananda Swami
अंतर्यामी कोटि प्रणाम सदा कोटि प्रणाम श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी अंतर्यामी कोटि प्रणाम सदा कोटि प्रणाम
Vishwananda Swami
अंतर्यामी कोटि प्रणाम सदा कोटि प्रणाम जय जय गुरुदेव श्री विश्वानंद गुरुदेव
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Shri Vishwananda Gurudev
भक्तों का प्यारा गुरुदेव हृदय विहारा गुरुदेव
Loka Pyara Gurudev Hriya Vihara Gurudev
शरण कमला गुरुदेव दर्शन दो गुरुदेव
Sharanamala Gurudev Darshana do Gurudev
श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी अंतर्यामी करुणा सागर कृपा करो
Shri Vishwananda Swami
अंतर्यामी करुणा सागर कृपा करो श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी अंतर्यामी कोटि प्रणाम सदा कोटि प्रणाम
Vishwananda Swami Antarayami Koti Pranam Sada Koti Pranam
जय जय गुरुदेव श्री विश्वानंद गुरुदेव
Om Mahatarshishaye Namaha Om Vishamaye Namaha Om Devakar Samudataye Namaha Om Sukshmatanave Namaha Om Chimayaye Namaha Om Gurumurtaye Namaha Om Sundaraye Namaha Om Surushanaye Namaha Om Sumukhaye Namaha Om Sharvasaye Namaha Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Padmabhujaye Namaha Om Mandagamanaye Namaha Om Sharubhardharine Namaha Om Ramaya Namaha Om Mandira Sapakaye Namaha Om Shri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Namaha Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha Om Arpana Svikarakaye Namaha Om Vishnu Pushakaye Namaha Om Namo Narayane Mantra Pasakaye Namaha Om Saramayaye Namaha Om Madhurakantaye Namaha Om Krishna Sankirtana Lulupaye Namaha Om Strota Priyaye Namaha Om Mitapashine Namaha Om Vagmine Namaha Om Shritakalavishararaye Namaha Om Vratadaraye Namaha Om Sadave Namaha Om Jagatpantaye Namaha Om Sarvalokahitaye Namaha ॐ भक्तप्रियाय नमः ॐ सूर्याय नमः ॐ अनुकूलाय नमः ॐ नेयाय नमः ॐ सुदर्शनाय नमः ॐ भक्तवत्सलाय नमः ॐ प्रेममूर्तये नमः ॐ सुवेक्षणाय नमः ॐ प्रीतिवर्धनाय नमः ॐ स्वस्तिदायकाय नमः ॐ तरकाय नमः ॐ अनुग्रहाय नमः ॐ वर्धनाय नमः ॐ अशिताय नमः ॐ अर्ताय नमः ॐ सिद्धिप्रदाय नमः ॐ जनार्दनाय नमः ॐ मनोहराय नमः ॐ महर्षाय नमः ॐ सिद्धेश्वराय नमः ॐ भस्मभूषिताय नमः ॐ आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः ॐ लिङ्गक्षणपुस्तकाय नमः ॐ सिद्धिसदनाय नमः ॐ मधवाय नमः ॐ ओङ्कारोपासकाय नमः ॐ सूक्ष्माय नमः ॐ विशुकाय नमः ॐ सात्विकाय नमः ॐ समदर्शिने नमः ॐ दक्षाय नमः ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः ॐ निरङ्काराय नमः ॐ निर्मोलाय नमः ॐ अव्यग्राय नमः ॐ चित्तक्रोधाय नमः ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः ॐ स्ववशाय नमः ॐ कुशलाय नमः ॐ क्षमाय नमः ॐ सत्यधर्माय नमः ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः ॐ विरक्ताय नमः ॐ मतीन्द्राय नमः ॐ सत्यसन्धाय नमः ॐ पवित्राय नमः ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः ॐ सुरनन्दाय नमः ॐ नन्दनाय नमः ॐ प्रसाद्मने नमः ॐ भक्तनिधये नमः ॐ सक्षये नमः ॐ समत्मये नमः ॐ सदयोगिने नमः ॐ हरये नमः ॐ सुतपाय नमः ॐ सौम्याय नमः ॐ गुह्याय नमः ॐ विमुक्तात्माय नमः ॐ कबीराय नमः ॐ गुप्ताय नमः ॐ आत्मरमाय नमः ॐ श्रीनिवासाय नमः ॐ देवाय नमः ॐ द्युतिधराय नमः ॐ धन्याय नमः ॐ गुरवे नमः ॐ दुरतिक्रमाय नमः ॐ गहनाय नमः ॐ भगवते नमः ॐ हरिशरणमार्गदर्शकाय नमः ॐ कुजासजगर्तकाय नमः ॐ अभिप्रयाय नमः ॐ सर्वमतसमत्याय नमः ॐ क्षमकल्पभाववर्धकाय नमः ॐ प्रेमावतार श्री विश्वानंद स्वामी नमः।
अतो देवा अवन्तु नो यातो विष्णुर्विचक्रमे पृथिव्या सप्तधामाभिः इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधानि तदेपदं समोदमस्य भागुं सुरे त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपा अदाव्यः अर्थो धर्माणि धारेण विष्णु कर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृतानि पस्पशे इन्द्रस्य युजसकाः तद्विष्णोः परमं पदगुं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवि चक्षुरततं तद्विप्रसो विपन्यवो जागृभागुं ससमिन्दते विष्णु यत्परमं पदम्।
प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुसूदन केतवारे नारायणाच्युत त्रिविक्रम चक्रपाणे दैत्यादि सांसदर श्रीधर वासुदेव गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्री रुक्मिणीश भवनाश हरे मुरारे राधेश गोपेश सुरूप्र ब्रह्मादिवन्द्या श्री द्वारकस्य वैकुण्ठपते भुवनैकमूर्ते गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। दीनकृते क्रमतरूपवरामूर्ते त्रिविक्रमाय गुहने राम राम श्रीराम कृष्ण यदुनन्दन कल्कि रूपा गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। गोविन्द माधव मुकुन्द परात्परेश दामोदराक्षकर नन्द कटारिशोरी गो गोप गोपीजन संवृत दीन बन्धो गोपीजना प्रिय हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। क्षीरन्तिशाय भुजगाधिपतल्पशाय सद्भक्तहृत्सदनशाय रमङ्गशाय श्रीगोपवाम मृदुतल्पसुखादिशाय गोगोपवल्लभहरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीकश्यपन्दिसुतनारद गौतमादि ब्रह्मर्षि संगमन संगम भारतेषु तिष्ठन्ति देव तव दर्शन भाग्यहेतोः गोपाल शेखर हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। मन्दार जाति तुलसी दल मालिकालये माल्यानि अञ्जलि बुधे समुदाहरन्ति तिष्ठन्ति त्वत्पाददारतले मुनीन्द्रः राधा मनोहर हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। वेदत्रयं पठति गौतमकानगुह्यः गायन्ति सद्गुणगणो वरदासवर्गः संकीर्तयन्ति तव नाम कदा विशेषः श्रीनारदादि ऋषयः तव सुप्रभातम्। गोवर्धनोदन गोपकिशोर गोपाल गोपीजनामृत सुवेश भवादिपोता त्रैलोक्य मोहन सुमंगल दीर्घदेहा श्री रुक्मिणीश वरदा तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीवत्स क्षीण शरणागत पारिजाता भक्तार्ति भञ्जन कृपाकर दीनबन्धो दीयन्त गायति जनप्रिय दिव्यरूपा श्रीनन्द गोपतनया तव सुप्रभातम्। पद्मक्ष पद्ममुख पद्मधर प्रमेय पद्मालयश्रित पद्मनिवास शौरी पद्मोपवाति सुरसेवित पादपद्मा पद्मादिनाथ हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। वृन्दातले विहरणाय महेन्द्रवन्द्या कन्दर्पदर्पहरदीन्य सुदेशरूपा चन्द्राननाय सितचन्दनदीप्यदेहा गोविन्द यादव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीनन्दनन्दन यशोद कुमार धीरा मायङ्गदीनदविशो न सुपुष्पहारा नीलम्बुजाशु शरीररमाविहारा गोपालदेव हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीवैष्णवति सन्त्रसुनन्दिपात्रा श्रीमिन्द्रविन्द्यदिवसा प्रभुपुत्रिका जहे तिष्ठन्ति दिव्यभवमे तव सेवनार्थम् गोपीमना प्रियाये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण अच्युतानन्द मुकुन्द शौरी राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयोर्निशं वदन्ति ब्रह्मे मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण सुप्रभातम् ये पतन्ति अहर्निशम् पूरीकृतान् महापापान् श्रीकृष्ण ग्रहेतुकम्
ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंद सर्वकरण कारणं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकर सन्मक्षुकापवीक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरपि पालयन्तां लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसङ्गमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं क्रमन्तमरविन्ददयायताक्षाम् बाधावचंसमसितं वधुसुन्दरङ्गां कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसंवनमाल्यवंशी रत्नागतं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियताप्रकर्षं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सदकेन्द्रियविद्धिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरञ्जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमतमत्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि फलतस्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो भयोरतापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां सोऽप्यस्ति यत्र मनसिंस्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसुरचैतो जगदन्तकोटि यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदन्तशयनयन्तः अन्तःकरस्थपरमानुषयकरस्था गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावे तदियो मनुजस्तदेव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमा समयानभूषः शुद्धेन एव निगमप्रदत्ते सुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्द चिन्मय रसापवितादिभावि ताभिर एव इदरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमञ्जनच्युतभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्यगुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठं नानावतारणकरो भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्ण स्वयं समभवत् पवनं पुनाम्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदान्तकोटि कोटिष्वशेष वसुधादिविभूतिवीनां तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया यस्य जगदन्तशतानुसूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदविधायमानं सद्भावनं विपरसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसमदया मनस्सु या प्राणिनं प्रतिवयं स्मरतमुपेत्य लीलायतेन भुवनानि जयाति यस्मात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनं विदितं नितरेण तस्य देवी महेशारिधामसुतेषु तेषु एते प्रभावनिजया विचश्चयेन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका च एव यस्य भुवनानि विभागे दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपयस्य च तिष्ठतिष्ठा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगा सञ्जायते न यथा प्रथमास्तिरेतो यत्सम्भुतमपि तथं सम्भुपेतकार्या गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपाचिरेव दशतरमागुपेत्य दीपायते विनयेतु समानधर्मा यस्तद्विदेव च विष्णुभयामिमार्ते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि या कारणावजरे भजति स्म योगान् वेदामनन्तजगदन्तसरोमकुपा आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परस्वमूर्ते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य गणेश्वरसर्वनामम्य जीवन्ति गोमविवचा जगदान्तनाथा विष्णुर्समस्य धनया सकलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वासं यथा सुसवलेषु विशेषतेजः श्रियं प्रियं प्रकटयात्र Jagadanda Vidana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yat Pada Pallava Yugam Vidhiraya Kumar Vande Pranama Samaye Samanadi Raja Vignam Vihantu Malanasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Arnir Mahimagana Ambu Maruti Sasya Kalastatamma Manashiti Jagatrayani Yasmat Bhavanti Vivavanti Vishanti Aksha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshuresha Savita Sakalagrahana Raja Samasta Suramurti Vishesha Tejaha Yasya Daya Brahmati Samvrtakala Chakko Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmalta Papanichayasya Magasta Pamsi Brahmadi Gita Patagravadayasya Jiva Yadata Mantarvava Pakata Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yastinga Gopavata Vindamavasa Karma Bandhana Rupa Balavacha Manatanoti Karma Niditayate Kintu Chabhakti Bhajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Nyakroda Kama Saja Prayati Viti Vatsarya Mora Guru Gaura Vesevya Bhavai Sanchita Tasya Sadhishinta Varapurete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Hiranyavarnam Harinit Suvarnarajatasaja Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Mahavaha Tan Mahavaha Jatavedo Lakshmim Anapagamini Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashvam Purushanaham Ashvapurvam Ratamadyam Astinada Prabodhini Shriyam Devi Mupakvaye Shirma Devi Jata Kaso Svitam Hiranya Prakara Bhadram Jalanti Kriptam Tarpayanti Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiho Pakvaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasa Chalanti Shriyam Loke Deva Jushtam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapatye Lakshmir Menashyata Tvam Vrane Aditya Varne Tapaso Dijato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Bilvaha Tasya Bhalani Tapasanudantu Mayantarayasya Bhaya Alakshmi Upaitu Mam Devasaka Kirtisya Maniya Saha Pradurbhutosmi Ashresmin Kirtiya Vrindiyandaratu Me Kshutpipasamalam Jeshtam Alakshmim Nashayamyaham अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वान्यर्गमेग्रात् गन्धाध्वारां दुराधर्षां नित्यपुष्टां गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपक्वये श्रियम् मनसः काममाभूतिं वाचः सत्यवशीमहि पशूनां रूपमनस्य महिषीषयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनी आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि छिद्रीतवस मे गृहे निचदेवी मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणी पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावहा आर्द्रां यक्करिणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावहा तां महावहा जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विधेयं पुरुषानहम् यश्चित् प्रयतो भूत्वा जूयादजनं वहम् सूक्तं पञ्चदशं च श्रीकामः सततं जपेत् पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षी विश्वप्रिये विश्वमनोरघोरे तत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधस्व महादेवे च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः भूमिर्भुवनाद्यो वरिणन्तरिक्षं महित्वा उपस्थिते देवतिमन्नाद्यायायदे आयङ्गो वृष्टिरक्रमीदशनं मातरं पुनः पितरं च त्रयं सुवः त्रिगुं शब्दामविराजति वाक्पतङ्गाय शिष्यये रथ्यस्य वहद्युभिः अस्य प्राणादपानन्यन्तश्च तिलोचना व्यग्यन्महिषस्सुमः यद्वा कृतपरोपमन्युनायनवाक्या सुकल्पमग्ने तत्तव पुनस्तोदीपयामसि यत्ते मन्युपरो कस्य पृथिवीमनुदध्वसे आदित्या विश्वे तद्देवा वसवश्च समावरन् मनो ज्योतिर्जुषतामर्चं विच्छिन्नं यज्ञगं समिमं ददातु बृहस्पतिस्तनुतामिमं नो विश्वे देवा यमादयन्ताम् मेदिनी देवी वसुन्धरा स्यात् वसुधा देवी वासवी ब्रह्मवर्चसं पितृनागं श्रोत्रं चक्षुर्मनः देवी हिरण्यगर्भिणी देवी प्रसूवणी सदने सद्यायने सीता समुद्रवती सावित्री अमनो देवी मायङ्गी महोदरणी महोयतिष्ठा शृङ्गे शृङ्गे यज्ञे यज्ञे विभीषणी इन्द्रपत्नी व्यापिनी सुरसनिधिहा वायुमती जलशयनी श्रियं दाराज सत्यं दोपरिमेदिनी शोपरिरतं परिगाय विष्णुपत्नी मही देवी माधवी माधवप्रिया लक्ष्मी प्रियसखी देवी नमामच्युत वल्लभा धनुधरायै विद्महे सर्वसिद्ध्यै च धीमहि तन्नो धरा प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नीलां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये गुरुनारी कृतवती सवितयादिपद्यै पयस्वतीरन्तिराशानो अस्यो ध्रुवादिशां विष्णुपद्यघोरा शीर्षानः सहसोयामनोदा बृहस्पतिर्मातरिश्वोतवायुः सन्दुवाना वाता अभिनो गृह्णन्तु विष्णम्भो दिवो धरुणः पृथिव्या अस्येषानः जगतो विष्णुपत्नी महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो नीलं प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम्
अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Okay, good day. Good morning, everybody. So today's topic is the Makara Kundala, or the earrings, but I also wanted to do the crown and the bracelets. Have to finish at some point, so put them together. So the verse that I chose is from Canto 9, chapter 24. And so in the previous, so this chapter is about describing the beauty and glories of Krishna. But in the previous chapters, different dynasties and lineages have been described of various kings, which for sure most of you know already, many of them, such as King Yayati, Ajamila, Bharata, King Puru, Parashuram, Sage Nimi, obviously Lord Rama, and his son Kush, from which the lineage carried on. So in this chapter, Krishna is described in his beauty, in his form. And the verse that I chose is 65 of chapter 24. Yasyanam makara kundala chara karna brajat kapola sobhagam savilasahasam nityotsavam natatra bhurdishibhe pibantyo naryo narascha munita gupita nimescha. The Lord's face is decorated with ornaments such as earrings resembling sharks. His ears are beautiful, his cheeks brilliant, and his smiling attractive to everyone. Whoever sees the Lord sees a festival. His face and body are fully satisfying for everyone to see. But the devotees are angry at the Creator for the disturbance caused by the momentary blinking of their eyes. So, in this verse, it is described the Lord's face, and I'll take another one which mentions the crown and the bracelets afterwards, to take two separately. In this verse, he speaks about the attractiveness of the Lord. Obviously, I always take this verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is one of my favorite, in which he describes how it is possible or most advisable to truly remove attachments. Right? In chapter 2, verse 59, he says that simply by abstaining from sense objects, the attachment to them is not removed. But upon seeing the Lord, these attachments are naturally removed. And that is also what he describes in this verse, actually, is that because the Lord is so attractive to the devotee, it is so beautiful to look at, everything else literally loses its attractiveness or its shininess or its beauty. It is still existing. It is not you don't want to necessarily look at it because you prefer looking at him. And so the earrings and the jewelry it takes a special place in it, because jewelry is always something nice to look at. I know our supreme guru does have a certain liking for shiny things. And the Lord has a liking for shiny things too. And obviously there is different reasons and symbolisms for it. And obviously shiny things are always very attractive and take the attention, right? And so these are the jewelry, and I wanted to share one or two stories at the end, if there's enough time, about jewelry and the experience with jewelry of the deities. So first about the kundala, or the earrings. So there are different descriptions of what these earrings actually look like. In this verse it says they resemble sharks. The makara literally actually means crocodile, right? But usually we see them as fish. For example, with Panduranga, there's a different description that I found where it says that sometimes in the Hindu iconography, they're described as sea monsters, as shark, fish, crocodile, or sometimes as a combination of crocodile or fish with the trunk of an elephant, which is an interesting combination. In the Bhagavatam, there's another verse. Actually, I didn't want to repeat it because I kind of took 11 and 12 last week or 2 weeks ago, which is from Canto 12, Chapter 11, where it says, Bibharti samkyam yogam cha devo makara kundale. The earrings shaped like sea monsters or makara of the Lord represent the two methods of knowledge: intellectual knowledge, or sankhya, and intuitive perception, or yoga. So that's the meaning of or representation of these earrings. Obviously, they represent duality also. But in this context, as it says in the Bhagavatam, they represent the two ways in how we acquire knowledge. Because knowledge is what is uplifting, right? The ears are, obviously earrings are attached to the ears. And so the ears are through which we gain knowledge. The ears are connected to the air element, because only it is through space or through the air that sound through which knowledge is transmitted is carried. And it is only absorbed through the ears. Because when we're deaf, we cannot hear the knowledge that is given by the guru or in whatever other way. Of course, you can read it, but one of the ways, or the main way, especially in the ancient times, was through the transmittance of teaching verbally, right? Because at the time when nothing was written down, everything was passed down from the guru to disciple verbally and taken by the disciple and then remembered, right? Which is not that easy nowadays, especially. We can't even remember the Bhagavad Gita, which is such a tiny scripture. So the ears, as we know from Kriya, for example, are very much connected to, on one hand, the material outer sounds, but on the inner level, as a reminder to go within. That is also why, for example, traditionally the Brahmins this was the reason why I was convinced to pierce my ears and get earrings, because traditionally the Brahmins always pierce their ears, because it is said that by having the ears pierced, it becomes more easier to listen to the inner voice, to the inner intuition. So that is what it said here in the two meanings. On one hand, it is the external listening and absorbing of knowledge. The glories of the Lord, the kirtan, the bhajanam is heard through the ears. But at the same time, it is the reminder of the necessity to go within, not just to get material knowledge or certain knowledge, but to actually implement the knowledge in one's life. Similarly, we speak about 3 different types of Shakti, right? There's Kriya Shakti, Icha Shakti, and Jnana Shakti. Jnana Shakti is the knowledge part. Ichcha Shakti is the more subtle feeling or emotion, right? And so even here we have the Kundala representing these two forms of Shakti. Also, it helps to discriminate, to practice Vairagya, discrimination, and so that we learn to go from the material from the outside, what we absorb from the senses, to go within, to listen out to our inner intuition, our inner feeling. As we know that the inner intuition is connected to the consciousness, and the consciousness is always giving us the right direction or the right path on our way. The only problem is that we are very incapable of listening to it. Whenever Guruji is asked, how do we find the right direction or the right choice, he always says that the first intuition that ones have is the right one. But because our mind instantly kicks in and tries to understand everything in a logical way, we eventually don't even remember what was the first intuition. And secondly, we don't even trust, usually, that intuition that comes. Right? I had this experience a couple of times. I shared this a few times, I guess, in the past. Especially, Guruji was used to be sometimes very strict in not speaking during prayer. And there was a couple of events, especially, I remember, Lakshmi Yagna, I think it was, Gayatri Yagna, some of the events in the tent, where he was sitting in front of the kalashas, and I was sitting opposite on the other side and expected to serve him. But of course, he doesn't say anything what he needs, and so he just looks at you. And you're supposed to understand what he's trying to tell you or what he needs. And so on one hand, I have a certain amount of, I guess, knowledge and experience to try to understand what is logically next, what could be next logically from experience, from manuals, for knowledge, whatever. But it doesn't always work. It's not always enough, because it so happens sometimes that Guruji changes things. And it so happens that Guruji occasionally wants different things than are technically the next in the manual. And so occasionally, knowledge and experience doesn't do the trick. And so it happened a few times that he was looking at me, and then in the first moment, it's just a neutral look. And then in the second moment, it turns into, I'm waiting. And the third look starts to become a bit more impatient, and it turns into eventually disappointment. And I remember one time, and of course sometimes, you just try to do what you can, where you just pass him different things. Or once I was just like, I really didn't know what to do, so I just gave him the whole puja plate, and I was like, here, take what you need. So I remember once afterwards, Guruji said, I don't understand why you don't give me things if I have already asked for them. And I'm thinking to myself afterwards, obviously I don't answer, but when I was reflecting on it in the evening, I was thinking, he hasn't spoken a single word the whole puja. Why does he say he has already told me what he needs? And so I realized, remembering a story that he told about when he speaks to Babaji, how obviously he doesn't speak to him on a physical level with words, but he speaks to him on a different level, where there is no need for words. And so I said, okay, maybe that is what he means. Maybe he already told me, but he forgets that I'm a little bit behind in terms of spirituality and inner understanding. And so I thought, okay, I guess what he says usually is when our intuition is connected to our inner consciousness or inner voice. So maybe that is what he's communicating through. And so if I somehow manage to listen to that, I might actually understand what he's saying. Because in his mind, he already told me, as he said, right? And so I thought, okay, he's every event he's going to be upset anyway about something, because that was my experience. He's upset about something. So maybe I just try, if I have an intuition or a feeling, just to give him what I think is that in that moment, not necessarily logical, but what I intuitively think is the right thing to give. And so if he gets upset, he gets upset anyways. And if it works, it's good. So I thought, okay, I'll just try, put my courage together and see what happens. Because of course, if you mess it up and if you make him upset, you're usually the reason why he gets upset with other people also. So it's not such an easy choice to make sometimes. So I try, as again, next event happens the same thing. He sits there, I sit opposite him, and I consciously try to do that and listen and just act instantly. Try not to think about it too much, just to act, right? And it happened literally, not every single time, but at least 5 or 6 times that I passed him something before he even looked, before he had to say something or not say something or look. And his reaction was like, right, thank you, basically. And so, of course, in the moment, you're like, it's working. I understand what he needs before he even has to ask. And so in the next moment, of course, you don't understand it, and Guruji is a bit upset again, right? But so it's, because of course he always has to bring you back to the ground. But it definitely works. And that is exactly what Guruji always speaks about, right? And a true devotee understands what the Guru wants without even having him to ask, right? And so that is obviously an art to succeed in. So the second one I want to speak about, one is the kirita and the bracelets, so the crown and the bracelets. And now I take another verse from the Bhagavatam just to have a verse where these are mentioned, which is Canto 4, Chapter 8, verse 48, where it says, "The entire body of the Supreme Lord Vasudeva is decorated. He wears a valuable jeweled helmet, necklaces and bracelets. His neck is adorned with a Kaustuba jewel, and he is dressed in yellow silk garments." So the kirita, or the crown, has also important meaning, not that it only just looks nice, right? So there's a nice quote from the Upanishads which says, "Kutastam satvarupam cha kiritam pravadanti mam." The crown is said to be the unknowable reality. So the makara, the earrings, are a reminder for how we attain a deeper knowledge and connect to the divine within. The crown is a reminder that there is something superior, there is something higher than ourself to be attained. And so it is, obviously, so in terms of location, it is higher, right? So it's the crown and the earrings, and afterwards we speak about the bracelets, which are below the crown and the earrings, right? In terms of physical form. Yeah? So the crown, in short, is, in some meanings, it represents also Satyalok. So the different lokas are also represented in the body of the Lord. Satyalok, it represents that which is superior realms, or that is which is superior. The crown in general, as a significance, represents that sovereignty or lordship over everything, which is obviously the quality of the Lord also, that he is the creator, he is the sustainer of everything. And so the crown represents that also. It also represents that which is not just superior, but the most subtle within. So it is also the reminder that to strive for the supreme reality, for that which is beyond everything. And lastly, the bracelets. So the bracelets, again, there's another verse from the Upanishad which says, "Dharma artha kama keyure divya divya mererite." The armlets represent the aims of worldly life, of pleasure, success, righteousness, and liberation. So obviously, as we know, the Lord, and depends which form you look at him, has 4 arms, and each of the arms are decorated with armlets or bracelets. And so these stand for dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, for the different goals or pushartha of life. And so there are these 3 parts or decorations in terms of jewelry of him are very significant in terms of meaning. The 4 armlets or bracelets, they represent, they give a direction of life, of how to go through life and how to understand a certain deeper meaning of life. The kundala, the earrings, represent the ability or an importance of discrimination and knowledge, of being inspired by the knowledge and the glorifications of the Lord, which ultimately brings us within. Right? It said that there's nothing easier to transform than to listen to the name of God, to listen to the chanting, the singing, the glorifications of Him, which is the most purifying. And so that is the purification that happens through the ears that brings us within. And the crown is a reminder to strive for something deeper, for something higher, for that supreme Lord. And so they are all extremely important in that connection. And as a conclusion, from my experience, as I said, especially our guru loves shiny things and decorations and jewelry. And so, of course, whenever he has the opportunity, he always buys jewelry for the deities. And it is one of his favorite things to dress the deity and to put jewelry, right? And I so often see the way that Guruji checks and treats the deity's jewelry is quite amazing. Actually, he said to me many years ago that actually there is no difference between the deity and the jewelry of the deity, or the deity and the puja items. There is actually no difference. They should be treated with equal respect. Just as Krishna says in the Gita in chapter 9, verse 16, how it's not only the yagna or the offering or the fire, or he's also the ghee, he's also the herbs, he's also the spoon which the offering is done. And so similarly, he is also the jewelry, he is also the items which are used for the worship of him. Right? There's no difference between them. And it really is perceivable whenever he comes in the evenings to check what is broken, did you break something again or whatever. And he so often comes and actually personally fixes things. It is not as he tells us to fix things, but he comes and fixes things himself. Because because of the appreciation that we should be having for everything that he provides, but everything that we have to be able to worship him. Because all these different things that we have, they are all equally important. As a reminder that everything that we have, everything that is beautiful in this material life, is what should be offered to him. Right? And so there's as a ending also, it is, as everything, there's the various parts to the prayers and worship that we do. And one of the ending parts of the prayer, which the priests were doing, the one that was here, or also the one that did the Vitaram integration, is very nice because they, obviously mudras always look very impressive, right, and very nice and very fancy. But as he was doing, I'm trying always to observe, right, what they're doing, the different things that are possibly different than what we do, to learn. And so one of the things they do is that they worship the Lord with the mudras, right? So they do the kirita, kundala, vanamala, right? So it's a different mudras also. The kirita is the crown, the kundala, the earrings, right? So there's different mudras even that are offered to the deity as an offering, right? Symbolic offering, you could say. Yeah. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladalada Daine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatanka Nakalaye. 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 Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho. 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 Bahi Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Sharanam Prapade. Bahi Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Sharanam Prapade. Vahi Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Narasimha Hari Sharanam Prapade. Vahi Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Narasimha Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Adi Sharanam Prapade. Narasimhamadiം Saranam Prapade Tava Kara Kamala Vare Nagam Madhuta Srigam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Mriga Tava Kara Kamala Vare Nagam Madhuta Srigam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Mriga Avakara Kamala Vare Nagam Madhuta Srigam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Mriga Tava Kara Kamala Vare Nagam Madhuta Srigam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Mriga Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Re 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 Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Oh Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Oh Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Jaya Jagadisha Re Oh Gurudev Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Oh Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Oh Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karuna Karunakaraaya Mangala Mangala Me
Yatiraya Karunakaraaya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapatti Dharme Karadaya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapatti Dharme Karadaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridandadharine Godagrajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridandadari Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Range Sake Kajarataya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramesa Kenkayarataya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me
Madanataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Yatiraja Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Mangala Mangala Me Om Jaya
Lakshmi Mata Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Mata तुमको निषदिन सेवता तुमको निषदिन सेवता हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम रमा ब्रह्मणि तुम्हारी जगमाता ओम तुम्हारी जगमाता सूर्य चंद्रमा ध्यावत सूर्य चंद्रमा ध्यावत नारद ऋषि गाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता दुर्गा रूप निरंजनी सुख संपत्ति दाता ओम सुख संपत्ति दाता जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत रिद्धि सिद्धि धन पाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम पाताल निवासिनी तुम्हें शुभदाता ओम तुम्हें शुभदाता कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी भवनिधि की प्राता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जिस घर में तुम्हारा नित्य सब सद्गुणाता मैं सब सद्गुणाता
ओ मैं सब सद्गुणाता
ओ मैं सब सद्गुणाता
ओ सब संभाव हो जाता
सब संभाव हो जाता मन नहीं घबराता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम बिना यज्ञ न होते वस्त्र न कोई पाता ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ मैं वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
गान पान
गवे बाबा गान पान गवे बाबा सब तुमसे आता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता गुण मंदिर सुंदर क्षीरोदधि जाता ओ मेरा क्षीरोदधि जाता
रत्न चतुर्दश
तुम बिना रत्न चतुर्दश तुम बिना कोई नहीं पाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता महालक्ष्मी की आरती जो कोई जन गाता हो मैया जो कोई जन गाता
ओ मैया जो कोई जन गाता
हो मैया जो कोई जन गाता
पूरा आनंद समाता
पूरा आनंद समाता
पाप उतर जाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवत तुमको निश दिन सेवत हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवत तुमको निश दिन सेवत हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवत तुमको निश दिन सेवत हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता त्वमेव माता त्वपिता
त्वमेव बन्धु सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृताङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम
प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री भूतभृतेश्वरनाथ नरसिंह भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री हरे कृष्ण कन्हैयालाल की जय गिरिधारी लाल की जय अवतार क्रिया बाबा जी की जय जय रामानुजाचार्य की जय प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की
कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपी जनवल्लभाय पराय परमपुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्रयंत्र तंत्र औषधं सहस्राणि समराय समराय मृत्यो मोचाय मोचाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दीप्ति ज्वाला परिताय सर्वदिक् शुभानुपत परस्महे परब्रह्मणे परमज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम
जय जय